Taurus, happy birthday. As of April 20th, we entered your season, and I hope that you have had time and will continue to make time for yourself, to enjoy the finer things, to kind of really enjoy the fruits of your own particular labors, and that you are surrounded by people who celebrate you, as you should be. Welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. What is going on, please, for Taurus? What's going on, please, for Taurus? Show me Taurus. Show me Taurus. What is going on, please, for Taurus? What's going on? Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. What's going on, please, for Taurus? Oh, okay. King of Cups, beautiful. Four of Cups, disappointment in the heart space. Hovering, unseen influences, conflict, fight, tension, kickback, noise, noise. Relevant past, Knight of Cups, your emotional expression. Okay. What is on the exit? Two of Cups. There is some sort of love union or emotional energy that's trying to exit. Okay, I believe. What is before you? Page of Cups. You're showing me heavy water today, honey. Heavy water today. You might have some strong water in your chart. Page of Cups, you are trying to keep your heart space a little bit open. As to what, where, or why, I don't know. But your love energy is really coming through strongly today. Your strengths, Page of Wands, keeping yourself open. Right? Trying not to close off. All right? All right. The Hermit, beautiful. In your environment, you might have some strong Virgo in your chart. That's a beautiful environment. Really kind of keeping to yourself. Really trying to learn from your energy, heal, that kind of thing. Okay, not a surprise. Money. Eight of Coin. I'm working. No hopes and fears. I really need this to go well. What if it does? What if it doesn't? Okay. And the outcome. I see you celebrating. I think you'll be okay. Nine of Cups. That's beautiful. Personal sense of self-fulfillment, wish fulfillment. I feel good about me. My emotions are in order. This is good. Beautiful. Okay, that's interesting. You are showing me a lot of emotionality today. Show me this King of Cups, please. We're going to start right there. Now, I can see that you have been, or your heart space has been crossed by Four of Cups, which is disappointment. Show me that King of Cups, please. What's going on? Otherwise, you have what looks like a full heart space here. Show me that King of Cups, please. Show me that King of Cups. What's going on, please, in that King of Cups? Show me that King of Cups. No, not you. Okay. The Hierophant, you, and Dove. Somebody made a decision to stop waiting. Okay. It could be you, someone you're connected to. Here you are as the Hierophant, and then we have Death here. Could be some Scorpio here. Yeah, somebody had made the active decision. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's them. You would know best. For some of you, it could run either way. And that Two of Wands, active decision-making as well as waiting, has stopped. Okay? The heart space for somebody here was very strong, viable, beautiful. Okay? Boldness, the fullness of it. Somebody who's very claiming with their feelings. Whoever fits that particular bill decided that it was in their best interest to stop waiting. Okay? I am sorry. It was a spiritual connection. You're here. So it was no easy thing. Not with Death here. But the idea is I'm not waiting. Somebody felt that they were no longer in a position to do so, particularly waiting on the emotions to arrive, for someone to recognize the connection at the same level the other person did, to have somebody's heart space recognized, okay, and the spiritual importance behind the connection, waiting for somebody to see it, express it, acknowledge it, and then for somebody they distinctly stopped waiting, okay? You're directly involved, so again, which way it's going, you would know best, but somebody made a clear distinction that no more. Okay? And it caused disappointment. Four of Cups. That's hurt. That's disappointment. Sorry, this could not work out. You know. Upset. Sadness. Show me that Four of Cups, please. Show me that Four of Cups, please. Show me that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups, please. That That would explain that. Two of Cups is on the exit. Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Well, yeah, somebody decided to go their own way. They said it was the right thing to do. They emotionally detached first, and then they said, I'm better off on my own. Nine of Pentacles. I still fundamentally feel good about me. Eight of Cups, emotional detachment, walking away. Somebody, it's pretty prevalent. Okay. In the opening. So I don't know who that is, but you would. And they're saying I'm better off going my own way. And whoever said that caused hurt and disappointment in the other person. A strong sense of will and independence here. Someone who says, I know that this is best for me. And I feel pretty confident about that. Again, it could be you, it could be them. It is an energy interplay between two people. Okay. You know, and it caused hurt. It caused hurt for the other person who was on the receiving end of it. But someone here did distinctly emotionally detach, saying it's better if I go my own way. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, sense of individuation, freedom, experience. Six of Wands, I have a strong sense of self and I know what I need to do. Okay. And it caused hurt. You know, it was how it played out in the 3D. It looks like it was straightforward. On the emotional and spiritual level, which is much higher, okay, it was a sizable decision. It was a sizable decision. Someone said, I can't wait anymore to understand the feelings or for someone to reciprocate and share and understand the spiritual connection between us. I just can't do it anymore. Okay. But, yeah. Show me that Five of Wands, please, in the influence, the conflict, fighting. There might have been some arguments. Show me that Five of Wands that's influencing you. Show me the Five of Wands, please. Show me the Five of Wands, please, that is influencing Taurus. Show me that Five of Wands, please. Knight of Swords, Page of Cups, the Hermit. Oh, Sunny. Show me the Page of Cups. There's something here about the communication that caused a lot of tension and frustration, possibly an argument. That Knight of Swords didn't express our smallest Page of Cups, smallest little guy of emotional, well, presence. The smallest amount of emotional presence. That Knight of Swords expressed very little. Knight of Swords isn't really well equipped to handle things like emotions. He has a job function, and it's swift and it tends to be perfunctory. Okay, this is what's going on. This is what I'm saying, this is how I'm taking action. And the way we took action was from the smallest place of our heart, or how we communicated took place from the smallest place of the heart. And this is what we're currently healing from with the Hermit. You're showing me that not once but twice. Whatever this is caused tension. Specifically how our little guy here was expressed or delivered. It was too fast or too choppy or too thin. And it wasn't enough to heal the situation or the tension or the argument. We are in recovery from that very thing. There might have been some tense words. There might have caused an upset. It might have caused an argument. But that Knight of Swords, he didn't handle the emotional, well, presence or expression very well. And it was not received well. And that's influencing you, and that's something that you think about, and it's something that you contemplate. Again, you might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Knight of Cups. And that's interesting because in your relevant past, you're telling me you actually know how to be emotionally expressive. You're saying you do know how to open up, that you've done it before. But we assigned the wrong knight That's that particular knight's job. He delivers the emotional quality, the expression. It's in your relevant past. Show me that Knight of Cups, please. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. There's the Four of Cups. Disappointment. It's happened to you before. There it is again. The Star. Oh. Oh. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. It's in your relevant past, so it's happened more than just beyond this particular dynamic that you've had with someone else. In other words, you've experienced it before. I told you that the knight here is just not well equipped to handle this stuff. Even if it is the smallest of pages and we think he's enough to deploy what we feel, he can still fumble that. Okay. The real job to handle expression, specifically our expression. The Knight of Cups suggests this is my emotional words. This is how I'm expressing myself. Okay. This is my vulnerability, and I'm laying them out, so it's external. He's meant to go outward, like the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, even the Knight of Pentacles is meant to go outward from us. What was meant to go outward from you in your relevant past is saying that you've had history with this before. In that respect of Nine of Wands, us getting in our own way has led to disappointment before about something specifically we very much desire. Some of you have a hard time expressing your natural emotional quality. This is what I feel. This is me being open. This is me being vulnerable. And we've lost opportunities before that actually mean a lot to us because we won't let the words out. And it's caused disappointment with the Taurus I'm looking at before. It's in your relevant past. That means you've experienced it. And Nine of Wands, if you're familiar with my channel, it's the insanity card. I do the same thing over and over again, and the results never change. But I keep doing it. So in this way, it is a form of self-sabotage because we have patterns that we don't want to look at that keep us literally from what we want and desire the most. We get in our own way. And some of you, when it comes to your emotional expression, you just can't get it out the way that you want. And that seems to really up the stakes. The more we desire it, the more we get in our way sometimes, and it has caused sadness in you before. It's caused depression within you before. How come I can't just get my fucking words out? I really, really want it. So how did I fuck that up? Right? Now, I don't know if it's a particular pattern that you've had with this person. Someone here did do a hard opening that says, I can't wait anymore. Okay. Now, opening up for the Taurus I'm looking at, the more you desire it, the harder it is for you to open up towards it. And we get in our own way. The Knight who is best equipped to it, it's like you default to the Knight of Swords. Right? And it's something, though, to your credit that you're looking at now. How did I handle this? How did I express myself? Why did I say this? Why didn't I say that? Why did I do this and why didn't I do that? So that's the Hermit's sorting process. And he's quite good at it. So you got your big guns out for this one. Because it did cause tension, and you're looking at it, it's like, how did this lead up to that? And it caused disappointment, not once but twice. Possibly with the same person. Even prior to that, you might have had experience with this before. Fuck, I really, really desire that. I'm not going to say nothing. Kind of like that, you know? I remember once, this comes to mind, in the 80s, it was very popular parenting theory that the more you taught your children to deny what they wanted, the more likely they were to get it. That's some ass backwards crap that was really popular psychology, parent psychology in the 80s. And I know I grew up with that crap. And it's like, well, the more you don't want it, the more likely you are to get it. I don't know who came up with that ass backwards thinking, ass backwards psychology, but a lot of parents believed it. And so a lot of kids, and I would say in the 70s, which is when I think it really started, and it had been powering through in the 80s, a lot of people grew up that said, the more I want something, the less I should speak to it, and it should work out. And it's kind of like, that's what that's reminding me of. I really, really want this, so I don't dare say a damn thing. I don't dare say a damn thing. I don't dare advocate for what I want. I don't dare express my feelings. Because then maybe it won't come true. Right? No. It should just kind of happen of its own accord, but I won't say. So when we talk about manifestation effort has to be active. And I say this all the time. It is not enough to wish it and want it. And people just think, oh, if I just sit here in my chair and I just talk about how much I want it, dear universe, I want it, it'll just fall in my lap. But I don't dare say it out loud. Not to myself. Not to anyone else. I'm just going to keep it, and boom, it should be at my front door like an Amazon package. Mm-mm. What I see in you, one, is a beautiful, natural, innate feeling. And the bigger it got, the less you expressed it. It's kind of like if I deny it, if I don't really make room for it, if I don't really express myself, more importantly, the expression here is multiple times as being a problem. Maybe I'll have it, or it'll stay around, because I really want it, but I can't dare say that. So maybe if I play down the clock, I don't really say what I want to say, I don't really do what I want to do, maybe things will work out. It's kind of like, it's like you didn't know how to speak into existence that which you desired the most. And that's when we take action. That's when we talk about what we're feeling, etc. So I see a great deal in you that you desired something very strongly, and that at every twist and turn, you made sure that you didn't allow yourself to receive it, even though it was there, and it was very much there. And by all rights, somebody's energy said I was actually here a long time, until I couldn't be anymore. And it provoked the sadness in you, the disappointment in you, the hurtness. Now this could be you saying, fuck it, I don't feel anything about this anyway, I'm better off on my own. I just don't feel like it's you because you shown me the Four of Cups twice. In other words, you're on the receiving end of this particular disappointment. And we have a history with it. When our hearts should be speaking for us, we let some asshole who is the least equipped to do the job do it for us. You know? And that played out the way it played out. So the Two of Cups is on the exit here. Show me this Two of Cups, please. Show me that Two of Cups, please. And it's at this point, I would like to emphasize, take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energy says it applies. Cross watchers, do be careful. It is not open season on any collective when they have a less than easy reading. Your sign will get one too. Well, I suggest you think about who might be sign bashing you when you have a not so great reading. I'm not into it. This is a realistic thing. Real tarot is real life. And if lessons were easy, they wouldn't be lessons. We only fail when we choose not to learn. We only fail when we choose not to correct our mistakes. Otherwise, this is what it is to be human. I have a very simple philosophy, and it was taught to me, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Do no harm, but take no shit. Life is a balance between the two. Show me that Two of Cups, please. Show me that Two of Cups. Show me that Two of Cups. On the exit. Three of Swords, pain. I understand. Ten of Wands, it hurts. I understand. Two of Cups here twice. I understand. It wasn't just you, honey. It was them too. You're both reflecting pain. Okay. You're both reflecting a fear of rejection in the heart space. So Three of Swords classically is fear of rejection. It's a shadow that surrounds our heart. So in that respect of my love will be rejected, so I'm going to go ahead and do myself a favor and allow myself to reject it by not fully accepting it will keep me from being hurt. Wrong. That which we fear the most, that we leave unaddressed, is the most likely outcome to happen to us. That's what happens when we allow our fears to run rampant. This thing of I will never allow them or me to be in a position to be rejected, so I'll do it beforehand by not accepting this or choosing this or not speaking up for it. I'm not trying to rag on you, honey. This is the cards today. I can't be hurt, right? And that's, again, that kind of reverse psychology. If I reject this and I don't choose it before it has a chance to reject me, I can't possibly be hurt. Nope. This is how we set ourselves up for self-imposed fears. And it had directly to do with the heart space, but here's the thing. It wasn't just you, it was the both of you. You both played into this dynamic. 100%. 100% it takes two. You both played into this dynamic to some extent. Did you both have the opportunity to equalize your cups? Yes. See that? That's all that is. These are our, this is mine, this is yours. It's exchange. It's the simplest emotional exchange you can have with somebody. Says this is between us and how we talk to each other and how we express to each other. It's too fucking hard. I'm afraid, I'm terrified to open up to this. Terrified. This is fear. Amplify it with that Ten of Wands. Game over. Absolute fear to open up. For fear of rejection. That our cups aren't the same. They're not equal. You know. This is absolute terror of opening up our feelings. Somebody tried to swap feelings with you, and there was just that's fear to the point of shutdown. I can't do it. I can't do it. If it helps you, the feelings here. That nasty little L word. Love. It was real. Okay? It was sincere, if that helps you. Now here's your little Page of Cups again. In your near future, trying to keep that heart space open. Show me that Page of Cups, please. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. Show me that Page of Cups. Strength, King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Okay. It's hard. I know. It's hard to keep yourself open. It's hard to keep your heart open. Your pride's here. I see that. Your sense of self, your sense of self-care, your sense of self-worth, your sense of responsibility specifically. When we got strength attached to the King of Pentacles like that, ooh, that's responsibility, honey. And I know you feel that. That's very natural for you. You might have some very strong Leo in your chart. So your pride's here. I see that. And you are being protective. The Seven of Wands. Being protective of yourself, your situation, your strengths. This is me. I am strong. I know you're strong, honey. I know that. You're saying it's hard to keep your heart space open, that little guy, Page of Cups. What you're really saying is it's hard for you to keep your heart open to you. Are you taking care of business? Of course you fucking are. Are you being strong? Yes, you are. Are you focusing on that which matters? Yes, you are. Of course you are. Are you being hard on yourself? Yes. This needs to represent the bare minimum you can give yourself. I want you to show more love to yourself. I know it's easier said than done. It's kind of like if I'm just strong enough, I don't need to show myself love. Do you see how those two ideas don't work? I'm strong, I don't need to show myself love. Wrong. That's when you need to show yourself love the most. And no one else can do that but you. And no one else can teach you how but you. Do you love yourself? I can see where we can think like, oh, I fucked up this love, I must not love myself that much. Oh, you can do. Just do you give yourself the space to? That's the thing. I know you're responsible. I know you're strong-willed. I don't dispute that at all. Do you take care of your household and your priorities? Of course you fucking do. You're Taurus. That's you as the day is long. But are you showing yourself love? As I say, we will often accept the love we think we're worth. And we will often reject the love that we feel but don't necessarily see in ourselves. So I want you to get into that space where you show yourself more love, because that's what matters at this time. Okay? It's not just about having a spa day or getting your nails did or having a great massage. No. It's real fucking work to understand that you are worth your own love. I don't mean the shit you can buy. You can't buy that. You learn it and you fucking earn it. You earn it, you learn it, but you don't buy it. Ever. It's just some things the material world cannot accommodate. And learning how to self-love is one of them. That means getting your ass kicked. That means being hurt. That means being disappointed. And are you strong in the right ways? Not strong as I can move past this. I got shit to do. Have you looked at yourself and said, I love you? This is what I feel. Be kinder to yourself. Please. It will make this process easier. Be kind to yourself, honey. If you're going to give yourself a birthday gift this season, be kinder to yourself. Love yourself first. Don't just put your responsibilities forward and think that covers it. No. I get it. I respect it. Like, for instance, I know, I do go off on tangents. That's what I do. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name's Christina. This is what I do. For those who've been around, you're not surprised, nor should you be. Okay. So, does taking care of one's responsibilities in one household speak to our self-esteem? Fuck yes, it does. Of course it fucking does. Absolutely. You know what I see? Okay, when people can't take care of themselves, the responsibilities of their household, there is something wrong there. We can't get our shit together. We got self-esteem issues. We don't understand priority and time management, and then we get sloppy, and then it just gets worse. Okay, so yeah, is it a form of self-care to take care of thyself? Physical form, your health, your household, your coin. Absolutely. It speaks volumes about us as people when we can do those basic necessities. But what happens when those necessities have achieved their check mark? Who is still in there at the end of the day? You. How do you feel about yourself? You can tell a lot about a person, about how they take care of their home. You know? I remember once a friend I had known for years in college. And I went to their place for the first time to hang out, and I went, nope, turned right back around, because it's like, oh no, there's way too much mental shit going on here. I can't even deal with it. Honey, I'm training to be a counselor. I'm not trying to be yours. I don't even, and this person was my age, okay? And we're talking filth bomb. Filth bomb. I walked in, took 2 steps, turned around, said, nope. No disrespect, honey. I love you as a person. I ain't trying to hang out in your space. So yes, I agree. Taking care of the responsibilities is a form of self-care, but you still have this. That Knight of Swords shouldn't be handling this guy. And even if you are indeed that Taurus who is uncomfortable with self-expression, and it has cost you relationships, it has cost you strong love energies, don't ever lose the relationship you have with yourself. You will always be your best investment. Not just your money, not just your priorities, not just your strength of will and pride, your heart. Give more attention to that, or you will continue to reject that which you desire the most because you're out of touch with this. I need to give this talk to earth signs more often. It's, when you're earth-oriented, it's different. It's a different gig. It's a different gig. Water relates more to fire. You know, air relates more possibly to earth, but earth really... Material success does not guarantee happiness. And how much you're knocking down that to-do list, it can give you a temporary sense of accomplishment, but that doesn't mean you're accomplishing your emotional self. I'm just saying that because I see a concern. If you can't show yourself love, of course, you're not going to accept the love that's trying to introduce itself to you. See what I'm saying? One thing begets the other. All starts with the self. All. You've heard me say it 1,000 times. Everything begins with the self. The love you show yourself is the love you allow yourself to accept in other areas. That's why I'm concerned, honey. So that's what I'm saying. This Taurus season, do yourself that favor. Give yourself that sense of being in tune with you in your heart space. You know? Some of that Page of Wands, your strengths, you're showing me a little bit of curiosity. A little bit of interest, a little bit of fire, okay? Show me that Page of Wands, please. Show me that Page of Wands. Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Strength. Good, 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 good. Okay, little guy, we'll take it. We'll take it. And some of you, I know you have such a strong mind. I've seen that. Your determination, your sense of will, I don't dispute it at all. Some of you have some very strong Leo in your chart and or pride. Your determination, I see that in you. I just want you to apply it to your heart. And I hope to goodness gracious that this is what I'm seeing. Some of you, you will be gravitating towards new love. Just please be aware, as I've already lectured you on, you will accept the love that you allow. So if you're not used to showing yourself love, it's going to be hard for you to connect to new love if you don't know what it is that you are capable of. So start with loving yourself first. Show yourself more, not less. Because if you're indeed going to go for new love, I really want you to embrace it. Really. Not just with strength of will and pride and a hard hat. I'm going to new love. Fuck all this. New love. We don't want the same to carry out. But yes, for others of you, this is a very strong recognition that you are really trying to get in touch with your heart space. You're going about it from a very critical way. Kind of a hard-ass way. But I admire the determination. I want that for you. I do. So much pride some of you have. I want you to take pride in how you feel about yourself. Okay? Not just what you've managed to accomplish. Accomplishments are easy. They really are, when you think about it. There's the stuff we are meant to do or we're already in the process of doing. It's much harder to show ourselves love. Okay? The Hermit. The environment. Your environment. Looks like you're gravitating towards that, even if just a little bit. Just a little bit. Show me that Hermit. For some of you, I strongly feel Virgo has a huge play in your birth chart. I don't know why. I mean, other than the fact that I've seen it twice, I know you have that wisdom in you. Show me the environment, please. It's healing, 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 healing. Show me that Hermit, please. Show me that Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, please, in the environment. A calm, peaceful environment. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As I often say, you can check that insanity shit at the door. I do not like chaos in my house. No, we want a nice, calm, hermit environment. Thank y'all. Two of Pentacles, how to go about it. Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. I see you contemplating something that requires constructive effort. It could literally be work. Some of you have more than one job. Some of you have multiple opportunities to make new investments into what, I don't know, but you're showing me heavy, heavy pentacle here. I'd actually like to clarify that further. I want to know what it is that you are so seriously contemplating opening up towards. There's some confusion, however, about how to do it, so it's a little bit back and forth here. What do I do with what looks like a potential investment? And you're trying to reconcile yourself to it with that Hermit energy. So you're looking at something here with wisdom, experience, tempering something out just so. I'm going to move in this direction. I'm not going to move in this direction. This is how I'm going to approach this opportunity. This is how I'm not going to approach this opportunity. Some of you, again, you're contemplating new opportunities. You're juggling a couple of work opportunities. Or there's something here you want to show constructive effort, but you don't know how to go about it. Now, I could tie that Hermit back over here where I saw the friction with that Five of Wands, the conflict. So it could be that you were thinking about how to patch things up realistically with whatever it is that kicked off all that tension. I don't know. Let's keep going because, again, that earth energy can be vast. For some of you, it's a little bit of everything. That's great. I know that just, me, it kicked off a song. What is that song? Bitch by I don't remember. What else is there? I never do. I'm a little bit of everything all rolled into one. I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a mother. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed. Hell yes. We're a little bit of everything all rolled into one. Fuck yeah. Rock it. Just don't call me vanilla, baby, because it's not going to work. And some of you are like, I'm not vanilla either. I am a little bit of everything all rolled into one. I love it. I'd like to break that down further. I'm terribly curious about that's real 3D movement, but it's under heavy contemplation with the Hermit. So it doesn't seem like you're pressed to make a decision at this time, but it's under active, heavy contemplation. Future investment, address this, don't address this, invest in this, don't invest that. I'm very curious. We'll see if we can see more, because guess what? 8 of Pentacles. For Taurus. Oh, surprise. All right, show me that 8 of Pentacles, please. Show me that 8 of Pentacles. Show me that 8 of Pentacles, please. Show me that 8 of Pentacles, please. Show me that 8 of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles for 8 of Pentacles. Some of you working. 2 jobs. Justice. Trying to keep all that shit in check. You... Jesus, honey. Do you have enough going on? So I can see why you're a Taurus then that really kind of takes pride in your sense of responsibilities and your heart's like the last thing you consult. Like it's not as important. Right? Yeah. I strongly disagree, as we've seen. This is the result of that particular thinking and feeling. However, your achievement is very high. And you are insisting, okay, with that stubbornness of yours, oh, I got that shit down pat. I'm going to succeed. 8 of Pentacles twice. Justice. Keeping it balanced, living up to the contract, specifically as it relates to work. Making sure all the legal loose ends are done, that you are fulfilling your work terms. For some of you, like I said, it's 2 roles. Ooh. But you're doing it. You're doing it. And some of you, I swear to God, why does it sound familiar? You're thinking about a 3rd thing. Oh, boy. And the hopes and fears here is that you can keep it going, and can you keep it all fair and balanced and legally tidy? Are you signing off on all the I's and crossing the T's, etc.? It's looking like you're doing a damn good job of it. Good for you. This is definitely a point of pride for you. So again, I can see that that is true for you. Okay. Just, I want you to show yourself more love too. Not just a dedication to your work and your responsibilities, but also that part of you that's just as a parent, you just don't give it as much room. Okay? All right, that 9 of Cups, your personal sense of what makes you happy, wish fulfillment. Let's take a look at that. Let's see if we've improved here. Some of that 9 of Cups, please. Good job, though. Good job. Good job. It's looking like you're keeping it balanced by hook or by crook, honey. You got it. By hook or by crook, you got it, honey. Let's show me that Nine of Cups, please. Yes, I can see definitely where you take strength in that, solace in that. This is me. This is who I am. I agree, but it's not all of you. It's not the sum total of you. The part that hurts the most is the one, of course, that suffers the most. Okay, show me that Nine of Cups, please. Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Oh, honey, see, that's what I'm saying. You drift that I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I want to go back and take a look at that strength. Because you told me that you were open to willing your heart space strongly, and then I see you in the outcome neglecting yourself once more. Saying what makes me happy isn't important. Bullshit! Stop getting trapped in that thinking that all I am in this life is the sum total of what it is I can accomplish. The paychecks I bring home, the contracts I sign off on, all my obligations, that's me, that's 100% Taurus. No! The part that you neglect the most is the part that hurts you the most, therefore you neglect it more, is your heart. Because it is the most prone thing by far that hurts you because you give it the least amount of attention. You give it the least amount of space. And I know what that is. I know what that Taurian thing is. If I minimize that feeling, I can't be hurt by it. What makes sense? Coin, work, earth. This is what I know. This is what makes sense. This is the 3D. Fuck all that 5D shit and spiritual connection. This realm of existence. This is what I understand. This is my box as I've best defined it. It's safe. What's not safe? My heart. My heart, my feelings are totally not safe. Minimize that shit. Let the Knight of Swords handle all of it. It causes tension. It causes friction. We shut the heart space down. Say, fuck it, I knew it. I knew I was going to get hurt by this. Yeah, you did because you set yourself up for it. And I hate this. You had such a strong, emotional, spiritual connection. And it got shot down. It got shot down. Somebody said they couldn't wait anymore for the emotions to reveal, for the spiritual awakening to happen, whatever the case is. You know, they said I couldn't wait anymore, and it caused you hurt. It caused you disappointment. It hurt you. It upset you. It pissed you off. It depressed you even. Not once, but twice. And I've seen it, and it's like it's the fucking thing that you emotionally desired the most is what you pushed off the most. And then you say, I knew it was going to hurt me. Yes, you did. You did know it was going to hurt you. It was called self-fulfilling prophecy. You knew you were going to reject it. Because you're used to rejecting love for yourself. Do you get it? Do you see how it comes full circle? The more you reject your own sense of emotional happiness, the more you move away from it. I ain't got time for it. What you're saying is I don't have time for me. My coin? Yes. That makes sense to me. I can balance that shit all day long. I'm all over it. I'm the Hierophant bitch. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm authorizing. Day in, day in. Punch in, punch out. I got this. I got this. Heart space? Fuck that. Shut it down. This, though, that makes sense. Bullshit. You told me it was in your strengths. Raw here. Are you lying to me? You lying to me? You said you could keep your heart open. That you would do better by yourself. What's the outcome? I'm going to neglect myself again. I understand, and this is very Taurus, you play to your strengths. Which means the stuff that is not your strength slides way off. You don't see your heart as a strength. You see it as weakness. And so how you treat others is how you treat yourself. You act like your heart doesn't take precedence, you get the results you're going to get, baby. I hate this for you. I fucking hate this for you. You said you were going to keep your heart open. You lied. Because exactly over here is that you're shutting it down again. You're allowing that Knight of Swords to wreak havoc once more on your sense of self, where you're going, and your motivation specifically behind it. You are saying, I can't see really what makes me happy. I'm going to overthink it, overprocess it, shut it down. If it makes me happy, procrastinate, put it off. It's not important because it's feelings. If I'm not making money off of it, and if it's not providing me stability, it can't be any good, right? Just put that shit. This is supposed to be your personal sense of pleasure and happiness. This is what makes me happy. You told me you were going to do that. Then you turn around and say, nah, that's not important. It's not that important. I can put myself off. So long as the responsibilities are being met, everything's fine. You associate your ability to provide, your ability for stability, with emotional success. They are not the same, Taurus. Just because you're doing well in the 3D doesn't mean you're doing well in here. Do you not understand? You are a human being walking around in the world. Part of your 3D is you, your feelings. You can separate the two, and the Taurus I'm looking at, you've done a damn good job between this is what makes my heart sing, fuck that, and this is what I can control and contribute to. That's a-okay. But they're not the same. Wrong. They are absolutely the same because they're coming from one person. You have emotions as much as in it, but then you act like you don't. I gotta keep that shit separate. Those two should not interact. Wrong. Where does tell me, where does your heart have room to breathe? Where does your heart have time to relax and to love yourself? You are more than what you can provide, Taurus. You are more than the structure that makes you feel secure. You are more than the things that you are fulfilling and that you feel obligated to fulfill. You are so much more than that, and you act like you don't. But not from the Taurus I'm looking at. From your point of view, the more success you have, the more awesome you are. In a way that's true, except for everything that could potentially make you happy. And it's looking like we lost a cup in this process. It was self-fulfilling prophecy. It's going to hurt me, so I'm not going to keep myself open to it. So you lost it by default. And it fucking sucks, dude. Because the part of you that is there, it is there, honey. Your ability to be vulnerable, your ability to open up, it's fucking there. And then you act like it's not. And as a result, you got hurt hard. Disappointed by something that actually means quite a bit to you. And it had long term written on it. And then here you go, neglecting yourself again. It's not important. Why would I do for myself today what I can do for tomorrow? Besides, I don't have any room or time. This is true for all relationships. And as I say, everything begins with the self. If you don't show yourself time, you're not going to show anything else time either. If you say this part of you is not important, it's going to show up in other areas of your life too. So it's kind of like if it doesn't have a monetary value attached to it, you don't put much importance into it. But then you say this is your source of pride. So of course you put more emphasis on it. But do you see how one is plaguing the other? You are so much more. Your sum total is so much more than what you can produce, honey. Stop acting like your heart ain't shit. You see where that got you? You will accept the love you think you deserve. And if you think it's going to hurt you, it's because you're really afraid you're going to hurt yourself or be hurt. And therefore, we create the havoc that we create. And I'm telling you, everything begins with the self. So if you do not give yourself time to love yourself, it's going to happen in other areas as well. And yes, the universe is going to continue to throw this lesson at you until you learn it. And you can do one of two things. You can be that Taurus that is cynical, a cynical, jaded son of a bitch that emotionally nothing ever works out for me. Love is crap. But you know what I can rely on? My pentacle. Or you cannot be that person and say, I've had one too many examples of this. I've had one too many examples of this. I might be a success. I might be a rock star over here in my material world. But I am so tired of feeling like everything chalks up the same way with disappointment. Relationships, disappointing. Because I'm emotionally detached from it's not what I want. Or I convince myself it's not what I want. Or I convince myself this is what I want even though I'm not totally emotionally developed or attached to it. But I tell myself it is because it's safe. Or I'll push this away because it doesn't feel safe. It feels too strong. Whatever. You can either learn from it or you can repeat it. I'm frustrated. I'm really fucking frustrated because after all the talks, like, you're paying yourself more attention. You said you'd put more into your heart space. Good for you, Taurus. And then what do? You say, nah, that whole thing, We're always going to love myself more, Christina. Now's not a good time. It's not a good time. I've got other things I could be doing. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like what you don't allow yourself to feel, it's like you compensate in your 3D world heavily. I don't have strong feelings in my relationships. It's not safe to. It hurts me or could hurt me. And if the bigger I feel, the more it's going to hurt. So I'm going to reject it before it can reject me. But I'm going to compensate wildly in the other direction to make up for it. What you're talking about is you, honey. You're making up for you. For the things that you do not allow yourself to feel. And that fucking kills me with that outcome. You are going back into a place, that's what I'm saying, of neglecting yourself further. And I promise you, if that's the case, you're going to reinvent this in another way. It's going to come back another way. And I don't want you to be that jaded, cynical Taurus. Like, this always happens to me. Yeah, it does. And it will. So long as you don't show yourself love, this will happen again. You will either settle for love that you don't particularly want, but it feels safe, or you will feel big feelings and push it away so it won't take root and therefore will not hurt you, but it will anyway, because you're ultimately going to lose again what it is that you desire the most. I don't want that for you. Concentrate harder on what real goals are. It is more than what you can acquire. It is more than stability. It is more than coin. You are a whole person. Life goes beyond so much more than what you can achieve. I know, man. I know that sense of accomplishment. I know it is. Oh, I know. Oh, it's so intoxicating, isn't it? To get that level of achievement and look what I can do. I'm a badass. At work, look at me slay. Look at me slay. Look at me handle this shit. Look at me handle this shit. Oh, no, it's intoxicating. Success, I got this. The achievement that comes with it, it can get you high as hell. But it will leave you feeling empty at the end of the day if your heart space is not satisfied. It can only carry you so far, honey. Advice, please. Advice, please, for Taurus. Advice, please. Dang it. Tarot don't dictate shit. You do. If this is not what you want, then don't allow it to happen. Make other choices. We all have free will. Too many people walk around, oh, I don't have free will, so I'm going to watch tarot so I know what's going to happen for the week. Bullshit! You tell me what happens for the week. I don't tell you. You tell me. What is your energy doing that I'm picking up on it? You make choices. You have say. Life is both a game of free will and then also universal inevitability. It is both. It is never one way or the other. You both have choice, and then also choice is brought upon you. How are you going to exercise your free will? Don't tune into me saying, oh, this is how it's going to go down this week. No. I tune into you and you tell me how it's going to go down for the week. Advice, please. You don't like it? Change it. I dare you. I dare you, honey. You're the bull. You're the bull. As I understood it, the bulls are blessed with ginormous balls. What is the life that you want to live, and do you dare? What is the love that you want, and do you dare? Stop challenging yourself in the 3D. You've done it. You've already got that down. Challenge yourself in another arena, that which makes you happy. Because right now, I got a Taurus. Your energy's here again as the Hierophant with the Sun, Five of Swords. I saw that for you, didn't I? Yes, I did. I believe it was your April mid-month. I attributed the deception to the person who might be in connection with you. It looked like a relationship thing. And now you're showing me that version of it today. There you are again. The Hierophant, the Sun, the Five of Swords. I totally know what makes me happy. That's a lie. And here's the worst thing, baby. Here's the worst thing about the Hierophant. We all have power cards, thus they all have pros and cons. Yours is no different. When this guy lies to himself, he fucking believes it. Because he is the enforcer. He's just a different kind of enforcer. The Emperor might be muscle, but the Hierophant says, I believe this true. You ever dealt with somebody who's completely off the wall ignorant? The earth is flat, and I totally believe that. That kind of ignorance? That's kind of what it's like when the Five of Swords and the Hierophant meet up. I have no reason to believe this, but I'm going to go ahead and take it as fact. Absolutely. So when he lies to himself hard. Death has its cons. I'm not picking on you, honey. The thing is, the reason why I'm being so intense with you is because I know what you can do. I know what you can do. Do you? You are so much bigger than this. You are so much better than this. God dang it. That is a long-term lie about happiness. I'm committed to this particular level of happiness. It's not actually true, but I'm really going to believe it. Whatever that is. But I can tell you right now, it has to do with your happiness. That means your happiness as in heart. Denying what really makes you happy. And then not only that, sticking to it. Digging your heels in, saying it must be so. There you go again, crossing your arms. It must be so. Because I said so. Not up for discussion. I said this makes me happy. I'm going to fucking believe it. You will stick to something just because you can. Just to make a fucking point at your cost. That is the downside to being Taurus. Well, because I said it's true. I got to carry it out, even if it fucking kills me. Why? Because I'm making a point. Stop making the point, because that point's not making you happy. You are throwing yourself under the bus. Sticking to an area that works for you and denying another area that could work for you, but say it won't. Acknowledge it. Be that Taurus who can fucking acknowledge the fact that you make mistakes and that you tie yourself to things that you take comfort in but don't necessarily make you happy, and that you reject that which does make you happy. Don't be that Taurus that digs their heels in and then stays that way for the rest of your life. It will not serve you. Oh, honey. I get so frustrated. You know, I got really close in one of Scorpio's readings not too long ago. Got this close to getting up their ass. Because I know what we're like. When we fuck up and then we insist on it. We double down too. All fixed signs do this. You more so. Like I said, Taurus will often stick to a point even if it hurts you just to prove the fucking point. But I promise you this, when you stick to a point that doesn't work for you, all you're doing is costing yourself. Not the other person, not the situation, not the circumstance. All you're doing is sticking to a point that ultimately costs you. Actually, I was this close to saying something really inappropriate on one of Scorpio's messages. Yeah, invest in a better sense of confidence. That which you actually... we need to look at our confidence here. Okay. Our passion, what makes us tick, what makes us thrive, what makes us move in a particular direction, what makes us feel unapologetically passionate. And that's where we need to invest. And that's where you need to stick it. That's where you need to stick it as Emperor. Invest not in something, a lie. Invest in that which actually moves you forward and makes you feel like you're standing in your power, that makes you feel like you're standing 10 feet tall, that actually has real passion behind it that you can stand behind. So anyway, I almost said something so inappropriate. It was like, I caught myself because I'm like, if I say that, I will get in what you might call YouTube trouble. So I promise, it's not just you. I promise. And the only reason I'm being this intense about it is because you've given me a lot of material to work with that justifies it. I'm intense because I give a fuck. If I did not give a fuck, I would just be another Mayo tarot reader. Well, Taurus, it's looking like you're having some problems. You know, hope it works out. I want more for you than that. I want more for you than this. Congratulations on your success and your sense of stability. You're phenomenal there, but that does not compensate for your heart. It's part of you, but it's not all of you. Please stop please stop neglecting yourself. You have to give yourself permission to love yourself. And that way I don't have to see you lying about what it is that really makes you happy. And what it is you really want, who you really want, the life you really want, etc. No charms today. No charms today. Your work stuff seems to be happening now. It's very new. Yes, I agree. We do need new perspective about a strong connection, and then possibly some of you can evoke positive change. We also need first, however, a stronger sense of self-worth. That came out as well. No charms today. No time checks today. Like I said, this seems to be the largest portion of your life, and this already looks like it's after the fact. I had really hoped take control of the situation. Not this. This is already done. That's already covered. I'm not worried about that. It's the part that you're neglecting the most that you need to take the most control of. Yeah. Okay. There's a separation here. No shit. I got that. There's an epiphany here. Spiritual awakening. Twin flame. I see. I hope that one would sneak back into the damn deck, but it came out again. So what is meant to drop is what's meant to drop. Yes, we had a separation from, I don't believe in twin flames, personally. I think that's overinflated garbage. But I do very much believe in soul bonds. Yes, 100%. And I also do believe in the lovers. So that's as close to that kind of situation that I will say is even close, is the lovers. Yes, there's clearly separation here from a strong connection. However, it ushered in the opportunity for a spiritual awakening, allowing us to see things differently with an epiphany. And we have that opportunity to see things for as they are, not how we want them to be, or we tell themselves they should be, or convince ourselves. Hot and cold. Celebration. There is a chance here for connectivity, the celebration in this card being close to the Three of Cups and the hot and cold, in and out, non-committal in either direction, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We had that opportunity to connect. That didn't seem to happen. What else, please? Summer. There might be an important conversation as to what that looks like. I do not know, but there might be an important conversation about any of this, all of this. Summertime. What that is, I don't know. But for some of you, distinctly, summer. And we're going to go ahead and call that June, July. Okay? Okay. All right. Like I said, no charms today. What's in here, please? You have the choice for a pathway, a new pathway. 35 for some of you might be a number of importance. I don't know why. 9. You have the opportunity. I tell you, I don't tell you what's up. You tell me what's up. If you wanted to choose a different pathway to change, you could, but you'd have to know that it's within your control, that you have that choice to make, and that you would have to love yourself enough to change direction. Instead of doubling down and saying, well, I said this, so I have to stick to it and at my own cost. Bullshit. You want to know what real strength of conviction is? Is to choose your own fucking path in this life. Stand by that. You can change, honey. You can change. Yeah, some of you are the main guy. Okay? You have the choice for change. Message, yeah, I did say that, and that also coincides with the summer energy. Again, for some of you, June, July. There you go. There might be an important conversation around June, possibly with that person. Okay, that was just under the deck. That caught my attention. I'm like, important conversation with who? Well, there you go. Might be with that person. Okay, that's enough. I apologize, but don't apologize for my intensity. That's just how I am. If I didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't show you this. because that's how my heart space operates. I appreciate the real world as much as you do. I appreciate responsibility as much as you do. I appreciate kicking ass and taking names as much as you do. My shit is done, bitch. I've signed off on it. Achievement. Watch me do. Get out of the fucking way. I'm busy. I got all that. That's a place of pride for me too. But you also know what else is a place of pride for me? My heart. How much I feel is a place of pride for me, not the absence. We should not take pride in having so little feeling. We should not take pride in how much we deny ourselves emotionally. We should not take pride in how little we love ourselves. Do you hear how ridiculous it sounds when it actually comes out that way? I'm very proud of the fact that I love myself so little. Do you hear how fucking ridiculous it sounds? Because when you actually believe that, you see how it plays out, and is that what you want? So yeah, I'm sorry, but not sorry. I want you, if you're going to live like a baller, honey, don't you think you should allow yourself to feel the same? Love yourself more. It's not an overnight thing. It takes work. It takes practice. But when you do, you get just as addicted to that as you do achievements, I promise. Let me tell you, there's nothing so bold as to say, well, this is what I feel. And I don't apologize. It is, frankly, is one of the best feelings in the world. To be so claiming, to be so bold, to not apologize for your feelings in the depth of them. It can get you as high as anything else. As anything else. I promise. I hope you get to experience that. Taurus, honey. In a couple of weeks, I don't know what I'm going to see. I don't know what the reading types are going to be. But I want to see improvement. I think the world of you. I do. I understand you. I love you to pieces. I want to see more for you. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care. Be well.